All right. Let me redo this now. Man, that was annoying. That was annoying. Let's redo this. Wait, where's this? This is the one that got messed up. Okay, you get here now. Yeah, something got messed up. I think because I plugged my mic in as I plugged in my mic as I already had the live prepped. So when I plugged it in, it wasn't giving an option for it. So yeah, that's what happened. So now it's working. There we go. Oh, I was just heard myself. All right, there we go. So now we are good to go. There we go. And now the little bars on the bottom are moving. So yeah, that sign behind me, it's so bright, but it says DD19 on it. So yeah, I guess it didn't work out as good. And there's no way you could like dim it. I don't think you can. Unless there is a way. Oh no, maybe there is a way to do it. There might be a way to dim it. Is there a remote? Yes, there is. Oh wait, I can dim it, so then you guys can see it. Uh-oh, wait, I need batteries. I don't have batteries. All right, never mind. I'll fix it for next time. Oh God. Wait, do I have batteries? Actually, I might have batteries. Maybe I don't have. I thought I did have batteries. Now I want to dim that because it's a cool like sign in the background. But yeah, I got a. Since we're gonna be talking about like the Naruto figure arts. Oops, I got my Naruto figures out, and all my One Piece figure arts are right there as well. But we're gonna talk about what's currently out. We're gonna talk about the upcoming releases. Show my dog. There he is. What's up, Luffy? Luffy! Luffy! That's his name, Luffy. He loves meat like Luffy. He's just as hyper as Luffy. And just always happy like Luffy. So I named him like the perfect name, which is pretty funny actually. Stop licking my hand. He just licks way too much. See? Watch. That's all he does is lick. Licks all the time. Yeah, he is like Gear 5. But yeah, I remember when I first got him, he like fit in my hand. That's how small he was. Now he's 6. Oh, here he comes. Now he wants to take over the live stream. Oh, great. What do I need? AA batteries for this? Now I feel like grabbing the batteries to dim this. I know there's AA batteries. Don't step there. I know I have AA batteries. Is that what I need? Oh no, I need AAA. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, he's going after his treat. Go get it. Watch, he gets mad if I try to take it. Can I try? I guess not. I like the new One Piece opening. It is a different like art style, but I don't mind him. He's having fun. But I I like how they showed Luffy in all the different clothing he wears in each arc. Shh, or I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Up to what chapter will Egghead go? Egghead isn't. I think it's still going on in the manga. Hey, that's my Kakashi box. Cut it out. I think Egghead is still currently going on in the manga. I don't think it'll be that long. Like, we're in the final stages of One Piece. So, I feel like there might be maybe 2 to 3, maybe even 400 episodes left. Just think, it's the end of One Piece, and there's still going to be that many episodes left. I think it'll at least end with over 1,500 episodes. That's what I think. One Piece is so. Do I have to plug this into you? Oh, LED dimmer. Wait, does this need? So this will plug into that, and then I could use the battery. Yeah, I think it's going to go on for about a little over 1,500 episodes, and then it'll end somewhere around there. Like we'll get Egghead. I think we're going to hit Elbaf, and then we'll have the big finale war in One Piece. Then it's going to end. I don't know what flavor that that dog biscuit was, but he's very picky with treats that he eats. Like his favorite's pepperoni, and I was surprised he ate this biscuit. It might be like chicken flavored, yeah, some sort of meat flavor. Tosa's last part will probably be 2 years. Too many pending arcs. Yeah, like Egghead. I don't think Egghead will be 100 chapters or anything, or 100 episodes. Egghead, I feel like, is going to be like a shorter arc, kind of like, it'll probably feel like maybe a filler arc with how short it'll be, but I mean, there is some shit going down in it right now, like Zoro's. These are minor spoilers. It's nothing too crazy. It's just who's fighting who. Like Zoro's fighting Rob Lucci, um, and Luffy's fighting Kizaru. I don't know if they're still fighting right now. Like I haven't read it, but I always see like stuff pop up about it. Hello, true American reject. I bet Luffy likes chewing bone with meat. Yeah, like he loves meat. Like he does love meat. He goes like crazy over chicken or just whatever type of meat you're eating, beef. Like he loves meat like Luffy. He's just like, I mean, every dog pretty much loves meat, but did you start watching any new anime? So I did finish Hell's Paradise and I did like it, but they like cut it off at such like what the hell's going on with Gabimaru? Like they cut it off at like what the hell? And then I started watching the Solo Leveling, and it is interesting me, but there was only 2 damn episodes out. So at the end of the second episode, I feel like I know what's gonna happen, but it cuts it off at such like a crazy part. Do you think SH Figuarts Zoro worth it if you buy soft goods plus mods? Yeah, I think it is. Like everything's there with the figure. It just has those weird issues with it, but like the accessories are there, the detail of the figure's fine. Really putting on that cloth wired lower robe piece really like changed the figure for me big time. And then there is some people who modified his legs. You don't really need to, but you can. The only thing that sucks is you can't do certain poses with his swords, like the one where he does, I think that, and then he has a sword across, and then the two going vertical. You can't like do that pose. You can't even do that one pose he did with Mihawk where he's holding them out like this. Like you can't even do that, like because you can't get his arms together. So they made his shoulder articulation pretty shitty. Yeah, when Gabimaru fought, and he pretty much fought both of them by himself. But the one I was more worried about when I thought he was going to show up was when the ninja girl, I just ordered her figure. I call her Miss Cleavage, and you can mod his arms. The Zoro, huh? Interesting. But the last fight where the blind swordsman showed up to kind of help them, that fight was pretty dope too. Like I like that character a lot more now, the blind swordsman guy, and I like the other dude, the 2 brothers, the crazy brother with the blonde hair, and then he has that one long braided piece. that dude's pretty dope too because he learned how to use what is it, Tao or something. It's the energy they use, but he learned how to use it on his own. But I feel like because he was eating those creatures that he like gained that ability, like that kind of like what the guy that he was fighting suspected. Like that was pretty interesting. Um, you can mod his arms. Thousand World Technique. He spun. Yeah, yeah, where he spun the blades. Yep. He even did it in the live action. Like the live action figure art Zoro will most likely be able to do that, but it's crazy how the figure arts one can't. Like if we get an East Blue Zoro, he'll definitely be able to do it because there shouldn't be anything. Another thing is whoever is working on the One Piece figures don't know how to do freaking shoulder joints. Like look at Sanji. Why would you do that? Meanwhile, they have tons of figures in suits where they have great shoulder range. I don't know why they did that with Sanji. That's the one and pretty much only negative with Sanji is how they did his shoulder joints. But yeah, with Zoro, another annoying thing with Zoro, once you pop this off, this keeps coming off. And it's like, no matter how hard you peg it in, it just doesn't want to peg in and stay in there. That's an annoying thing too. Or if you like move the shoulders in a certain way, they'll pop off too. But yeah, you can't. I mean, that's as far in as you're going to be able to get his shoulder joints, which sucks. Like, what? They couldn't even give like a proper butterfly type joint. They really either they saw whatever team, because Hasbro does the same thing with like Black Series, their Power Rangers line, Marvel Legends. There's different teams working on them. We've talked about this, I think, a few times in the podcast. There's multiple different teams working on these figure lines. So there's a different team that's working on the Dragon Ball line, a different team working on the Naruto line, different team working on the One Piece line, different team working on the Jujutsu Kaisen line. That's why some of them are like engineered differently. Now, whoever started the One Piece line, Luffy really isn't bad. The knee joints, I don't know why they did that. So you can't even bend them 90 degrees. And he does get a little looseness at the neck. I mean, that happened with Variable Action Heroes too, but maybe it's just because his head's too heavy or something. But whoever started the One Piece line, I don't know why they designed Zoro like that, the way they're engineered. Sanji was pretty good for the most part. Like I said, his shoulder joints is like, why? Why would you do that with Sanji? Like, why would you make his shoulder joints like this? It just like what? Like why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like I know they have the spy family line, and I think a couple characters from there wear suits, and they have like great range at the shoulders, and they look nothing like this. So it makes you wonder why these teams don't use certain things from other lines. I mean, you're working for the same damn company. So hold on, I'm not reading the comments at the moment. I'm kind of going into a bit of a rant here, but it's since Yamato came out though, her articulation is great. And it's like how an SH Figure Arts articulated figure should be. So I'm wondering if Law's going to turn out that way. Kaido, he's such a big dude, and with big characters, there's only so much range you could get out of them. You know, it's he's they're probably going to give him the best articulation that they can give him. I mean, he's a big dude, and then we have the Gear 5 Luffy, which is different compared to what we usually see. I mean, yeah, he has a lot of the basic articulation, but then you have the wired, bendy wired limbs there. Let me get back to the comments. Oh, okay, the comments wasn't too crazy. I thought I was getting really far behind on comments. Didn't Figuarts show prototypes of East Blue anime Zoro? I haven't seen it yet. I know we had the live action Zoro, We only seen the prototypes of Nami and Luffy, unless they did show it, but I haven't seen it online. Usually, like when they show something, I'll see it pop up all over online. But let me just unplug this for now. Then you can see it says DD19. But where was I? Yeah, I haven't seen an East Blue Zoro yet announced or teased or anything like that. Metal Spirit. I never got into Gundam, but I know Gundam is super popular. Chris Roblox. I got the Anime Heroes Luffy version 2. The one where he's in the black shirt, the Dressrosa version. I was thinking of picking that one up. Tell you the truth, they worked in the knit joints better than the Figuarts Luffy. They did what Verbal Action Heroes did, which is the drop down leg joints. How is a figure company that's like 20, 25 bucks giving you better knee joints than a figure company that makes 35 to over $100 figures? You know, it's just like, what? Nate said, hear me out. TMNT as DPC characters. I don't know. Ninja Turtles with hair just don't work for me. They would have to be bald like Piccolo. Like I can't see them with like a Super Saiyan Goku hair. DFT collects such a weird shoulder joint. Yeah, the Sanji ones are just like, why would you do that? It makes no sense. Like he's like Gojo kind of has not really a suit, but similar. And like, look how good his move around. You know what I mean? I mean, not crazy good, but they don't like. You got to at least get them out 90 degrees without that weirdness. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know why they did that with Sanji. Is there another example I could use? Oh, maybe Orochimaru, like Orochimaru, even like Sasuke. Like they don't have those weird. Like, look, Orochimaru. Like you have a nice like butterfly joint. You can move it in a circular motion and then it goes out. Like, look at that. It goes all the way freaking up. You can't even get Sanji's to go out 90 degrees. This is such a good figure, by the way. Like these Naruto figures have been home runs pretty much every damn release. Like Obito, I'm not a fan of the piece around his neck because it restricts a lot of his neck articulation. Like he looks badass with the Toby mask. That's how I'll have him displayed. But yeah, that I'm not a fan of. It restricts his articulation. And then that makes you wonder again, why didn't you use something like what these guys have? Because you can get some nice range out of their neck joints. But then with him, you can't even get him to fully look left. And it's like, what are you guys doing? Meanwhile, this line has been so good. To tell you the truth, I think he might be the worst engineered, but he's not bad at all. It's still a really good figure. It's just that neck piece. With Kakashi, he just has too much gloss to the plastic, which is something they really need to work on because a lot of figures have that issue with SH Figuarts because they throw no freaking paint on there. I remember Robo said on the podcast that he uses like a spray and it gives the figures a matte finish and it doesn't like destroy your figure or anything like that. So, and then the only other thing I didn't like with Obito was his lower robe piece. It doesn't really restrict the articulation, but I wish they would transition to cloth. Nate, thank you for that donation, bro. Appreciate it. I would really like them to switch to cloth clothing for certain things. You know what I mean? It just works better that way. Once again, thank you, Nate. I think I'm getting far behind on the comments. Oh, Nate's saying, all right, now I'm going back up to who you were saying who would be with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Dragon Ball. Before that, DFT Collect said mine sometimes would pop out of the plastic. DFT Collects, are you talking about Sanji with his shoulder joints? That happens with my Zoro. So Nate brought up before, he said, hear me out, TMNT as DBZ characters. And then his next comments, he's saying which TMNT character would be which Dragon Ball character. So he said Raphael, Vegeta. I mean, that makes sense. They have the same type of personality. Leo as Goku also makes sense. Mikey as Gohan. I would think Donnie more as Gohan, because Gohan's the smarter one. Like, he's nerdy now, you know what I mean? Unless, I mean, if you're going by like Kid Gohan, he was still smart, but he was kind of more goofy. But like, if we're going by current versions of them, I mean, even Vegeta dulled down, but I mean, yeah, I guess it depends which version of Gohan could be Donnie or Mikey. Paltrax said it's the same with the other companies. Different brands tend to work separate. Yeah, it's just weird because it is the same company. Like Hasbro does the same thing, but it's just the different lines. Like the Berserk line, whatever team they have working on Berserk really dropped the ball big time, and that's pretty shitty. Hopefully they can do what they're doing with One Piece right now and fix it up. Maybe they're grabbing a person or two from maybe like the Naruto line to help out with the One Piece stuff. Maybe they'll grab a person or two from the Dragon Ball or Jujutsu Kaisen line to come help out with the Berserk stuff. Because Zod looks really good. I mean, but even the other figures look good with the promo pic. Well, we didn't get promo pics of Zod. We saw the on-display image, but his knee joints and elbow joints blend in so good, you barely notice them. No one cares about Donnie. You know what's crazy? I think Donnie they did a poll once, and I think he was the most popular out of all the turtles, which is crazy. Gustav said Figuarts dropped the ball and a lot of their figures. I collect Figuarts Common Rider, and it's a hit or miss. Figma gets most of the flack. That's because they cost more. Yep, that's true. And don't try new things in general. Yeah, they really don't try new things. And if they do, sometimes it doesn't work. Like I got the Figma Naname here, and like some things are good, but then some things aren't. Like I never remember Figma using drop-down leg joints. And with Naname, he has drop-down leg joints, but then they got looseness to it. It's like, what? But I think they also did it because of how they cut the crotch piece for the pants. That's also very odd. So some people might not like the little cuts here, the little slits. I mean, he's still like an overall cool figure. Like the elbow joints is something I've never seen them do. It's like a ball peg for the upper joint there that connects into the bicep. So you can move that around like that. You know what I mean? And then you have the hinge right here. And then that just connects regularly into the forearm there. So that's something I've never seen Figma do, but I think it works fine. And I don't think I've ever seen them do shoulder joints like this. Like they gave him a crazy butterfly joint too. I mean, I haven't collected Figma in a while, so I don't know if they already tried this out on other figures or not, but like some of the stuff on Nanami works and some stuff doesn't work. Get back up there, Nanami. Today's One Piece and Naruto. Where are we at now? All right, I think Danato. Oops. I put some sticky tack and I used it to put the war fan on Obito's back. Good idea to display him with the fan mounted on his back, like in the anime. Yeah, that's another weird thing they didn't do. Like, Obito's not bad, but personally for me, he's not one of my favorites in the line. He's still a dope figure. So definitely don't get me wrong on that. Let's take Sir Obito. Like, he has some really cool faces, but see what I mean? You can't get him to turn head any more than that. It won't let you. It's like, what? Like, why? Why didn't you do what you did with Jujutsu Kaisen? So it makes you question things like, why don't these teams just use things that these other figure lines are using? And then this feels like it's a little more of a harder plastic compared to Sasuke. Like, it's not too bad, and it kind of moves a little bit. Like, it's not that bad, but like, how hard would it have been to, grab a cloth piece, put a little wire in it, and put that on the bottom instead? You know what I mean? But yeah, he has nothing on his back to holster. Like, I wouldn't have minded if there was a little tiny hole in there and they gave us like a clip, kind of like what the NECA Predator figures have. Some of them have like a little clear clip, or is it a black clip? But there's a little peg hole on the back. You peg it in as a little clip, and then you can clip on their combi stick. So they could have done something like that with Obito, with the, what is it called? Something fan? Oh, the fan. That's it. Yeah, the fan. So you can mount the fan on his back. But for me, I like the Obito look a lot. Not Obito, the mask, with the Toby mask, a lot more with this. But I mean, he does have some really nice faces. And what is this? Is this supposed to be a knife or something back here? I forgot what that is. Because that arc I only watched once. But the fight with him and Kakashi I watched multiple times. All right, so we're at True American Reject. I have the SH Figuarts Samurai Sword. And I think it has similarities to Sanji in the shoulders, I think, but works pretty well for a sword hand and demon character. What is Samurai Sword? That's a figure arts line? See, there's lines I don't even know about. Yeah, and then, yeah, like Obito isn't bad, but out of all the figures that released this year, I think Orochimaru was one of the best. The Kid Naruto was, Kakashi, Sasuke. I think they only did the 5, and then there was Obito. Out of all the figures that released, he was my least favorite out of all of them. But like I said, that doesn't mean that he's a bad figure. But here was something I was talking about last time. The Monkey D. Luffy has similar sleeves, right? And then who else? Oh, Gabimaru. Similar sleeves. Now, these joints didn't move, but with Obito, you have a little like ball peg in there, so you can move that around. So again, another point of articulation you see on one line in Figuarts, but then you don't see on a couple others. It's like, what's going on here? So that does happen a lot. Chris Roblox said, "Damn, I'm a little behind on the comments." Oh, Nate, thanks again, dude. You're the best, bro. Have a good night and good stream. Thanks again, Nate. Appreciate that, bro. Ghost Tab said, NECA is a good example of a cheap figure that outdo most of their competitors by a mile and then some. Higher prices. Super 7. You are 100% correct. NECA, to me, is a better figure company than Super 7. Super 7 is still fairly new, but I remember when I got their cartoon turtles. I mean, that's pretty much their main line. All their leg joints were like their hips, super loose. I mean, but really, besides that, they aren't too bad of figures. But NECA, just detail wise, NECA goes above and beyond. Like, they did raise their prices because before we just kept getting the ultimate figures from NECA, they would do, and I always hated when they did this, they would do the blister card style packaging, and I hated when they did that. Plus, you wouldn't, most of the time, you wouldn't get as many accessories. But get over there, Obito with Orochimaru. You wouldn't get as many accessories, but they were like 25, 30 bucks. So they kind of raised their prices about like $10, $15, but they make up for it with all the accessories they hook us up with. Like, a great example is Feral Predator. How many goddamn accessories does that figure have? And they are constantly like trying new things that work out so good. Like, I remember they tried it with Ahab Predator, where his biomask, you could pop it on and take it off, so he didn't need like a biomask alternate face. Yet everything's sculpted and painted underneath. They did something similar with Feral Predator, but they upped the ante and gave you interchangeable mandibles. So you can remove his biomask and then you had 3 interchangeable mandibles. And it's like, bro, so they continue to up their product, even though they up their price. I feel like it's worth it. Some companies, McFarlane, is upping their price, but they're not doing or giving you anything extra or new. It's the same old shit. Like, you're gonna up your prices. Show us why. Don't just give us the same thing. Like Hasbro did that BS too. And they still pretty much do the same stuff. They are trying to incorporate more accessories, which should just be a necessity now these days with figures. Faces and hands should always be a necessity with figures. It should always be. Weapons and stuff should be extra bonuses, but when it's a character with weapons, they need to have those weapons. You can't not include those. But you can't up your prices and keep your product the same. At least give more accessories with the damn thing, dude. I know this was supposed to be talking about SH Figuarts, Naruto and One Piece, but I'm over here talking about more domestic figure companies. Chris Roblox says, "Yo, 50K, almost. Yep, almost there, and I'm hyped as hell. Well, I'll definitely do a live stream once we hit 50K, but that's a huge milestone for me and my channel. My main goal is to try to hit 100K because ever since I started YouTube, the one main thing I always wanted to try to achieve is the plaque that you get, or the play button, and you get the first one once you hit 100K followers." Danato says, "I love the Orochimaru figure." So do I. Yeah, that figure is really good. They oh, he's right here. I'm like, where is he? They did an exceptional job with Orochimaru here. He got articulated hair. Like, sometimes his hair can start to pop off depending how low you articulate it, but you just peg it back on. To me, like, he has the new hip joints where it's a ball peg. Like the new Goku has that, so you can move it around, swivel it, go forward and back a little bit, pivot it, and then you have the swivel, of course, and then you have a little bit of hip swivel there as well. They really, really did such a great job with Orochimaru, and then the face plates look exactly like him. Oh, one issue I noticed is when I swapped the crossed arms. No, which arm was it? One of them wasn't either. Maybe I didn't fully peg it in where it pegs into the sleeve, but it would pop out. But I think I fixed it. I don't think I was fully pegging it in. I prefer to display Obito with the mask. Yeah, same here, Danato. Chris Roblox, will SH Figuarts useless D mid SH Figuarts kid be good? Oh, you're I'm like, who the hell are you talking about? You're talking about this kid, useless kid. Personally, for me, I don't really care for him as a character, but I'm buying every One Piece figure they make. So, I mean, you knew he was coming because we got the Wano, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, then Yamato, Kaido, then Law from Wano, and you knew Kid was going to be next. So it's not surprising that they're making him, but he actually does look like a really good figure. Will he turn out good? We'll have to find out. But I think he will. I think they really learn their lesson with this because One Piece is such a huge series and so popular around the world, like Dragon Ball and Naruto, I believe, is like that as well. But One Piece is just a lot of people's hands down favorite series, favorite anime, manga, and you drop the ball with Zoro that bad. And whenever they do polls, I think they do it in Japan mostly, but it's always Luffy number one as the favorite character, and Zoro's always number two. I think it changed a couple times. But how are you going to drop the ball at Zoro? That's a lot of people's favorite character in One Piece, including myself. So I think they saw how upset fans were, and a lot of people cut off their pre-orders with him once they started seeing reviews, and probably with Sanji too. And the sad thing, out of them three, Sanji's probably the best one, and Yamato might actually be the best one out of all three of them at the moment. They really did a beautiful job with Yamato. But Kid, I think, will turn out pretty good. Ghost Hub. Naruto Figuarts have improved tremendously. Kakashi was one of my favorite figures last year. Yeah, Kakashi is just one of my favorite figures, period. I love the original. And you look back now, the original was so, like, looks so bad compared to this. And it's just an outdated figure. And I remember people always complained about the hair sculpt. I'm like, it's not too bad. But then you look at this and you're like, wait, they could have done this and they gave us that. But yeah, this Kakashi is hands down one of my favorite figures. Like I said, the only like big negative about this is the plastic is like a little glossy, as you could see. And then he had no lightning blade effect. But if you have Sasuke, you could use his Shidori because it pegs right onto his wrist. I mean, I could show you guys if you want. If you want me to, just let me know. Next comment from Devin Steer. Sorry, I'm a little behind on comments. I will catch up. It's so frustrating with the different teams not sharing certain things. Yes, 100% agreed. Something with Hasbro that irritates me too. Yeah, Hasbro does the same exact thing. Like, you guys have, like, certain things are just perfect. And then you have a different team that goes a different way with something where you could just use the same type of engineering for that articulation, and they don't. It's like, what are you doing? So yeah, very frustrating to me as well. Action Mac. Mikey is Goten. You know what? Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. And then Gohan. So if we're going by that, where Goten's around, so as Gohan as an adult, yeah, Donatello, and then Mikey would be Goten, yeah. Chris Roblox. You definitely did. DFT, did you break Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man neck? I didn't get the new one, but when I had the original, I never broke anything on it. But is some people's necks breaking? Wait, because Mutant Mayhem. Geez, April is Yajirobe. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You talking about the like their width? Action Mac laughed at that. I did as well. Nate, if you're still here, thanks again, but I think he left. Chris Roblox, Figma fell off. Yeah, they really did. I think they're more focused on their Nendroids, they're called. You know, their little Funko Pop version of figures with little articulation. I think they focus on those more because that's one of their more popular lines. Splinter could be Piccolo. That's true. Samurai Sword is Katana Man. Okay, from Chainsaw Man. Okay, so Samurai Sword. Yeah, yeah, that's who I know him as, Katana Man. True Macro check. Ghost Top. They never gave him a proper name. Oh, they never gave Katana Man a proper name. Interesting. Rocco the Great says, smash that like button. Thanks, Rocco. I feel like you're gonna do that every time I'm live, and I appreciate it. Velcro. I'm gonna call you Velcro. Hello. I don't know why we don't have an Uta figure. Hello there, Velcro. And Uta, I think it's too early in the line, and they kind of like the movie. I can't remember if the movie came out before we got the announcements for the line, or it could have been after. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this color in Saturday. And if you can't tell, it's when we first see Akaza, but I have him switch his facial expression with the teeth smiling smile, because the regular smile looked a little weird. But yeah, I can't wait to get that color done. And then what I'm gonna do is get from their wanted posters. Besides Sanji, I'm gonna switch up his wanted poster because he still has that stupid wanted poster of what's his name? Duvall, where his hair is all frizzy and stuff, and it doesn't look like Sanji at all. So I'm gonna get, I don't know if I want to get, I'm gonna get like little square pictures like the wanted posters, but I want Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, or I'm gonna do Luffy, Sanji, Zoro. But I don't know if I want to do Gear 5 Luffy or the one where he's smiling and like waving. So I might do that one or Gear 5. I'm not sure yet. And with Sanji, it's just going to be like a picture of Sanji with a cigarette in his mouth looking badass. Because I don't want to get the Duvall one. I mean, it would be funny, but I want to get like pretty awesome pictures of him on there. And I'm not sure if I want to do the whole wanted poster. I was thinking maybe doing all the Straw Hats with all their wanted posters going up my entire arm. I think that would turn out pretty cool. Where was I? Ghost Tav said, last run in Raphael has a knee joint that I've never seen before, and I like them trying new things. I've seen, you're talking, I put him back in his box and he's in one of the tubs over there, but I think they do that. I've seen them do that before. The one thing I don't like about that is they get too loose sometimes. And on my Raphael, his right leg, because the bottom joint is pegged in with a peg, like the mushroom tip ones, and mine unpegged. So what I did is I put a little bit of super glue around the peg. I let it dry, popped it back in. No more looseness. But yeah, I have seen them use that joint before. I think. Damn, now I can't remember where. I know I've seen them use it though, but yeah, NECA does try new stuff all the time, and most of the time it's positive things for the figures and works out real good. Or they just give you like the Mirage Comics Foot Clan Soldier. If you get that figure, you get so many accessories. Like what the? You get so many, and it's so awesome. The more accessories, the better. And then you combine that with great articulation. That's what action figures are all about. It's just so many posing and display options, and like never ending. Devin Steer, I do need the Naruto line to pick it up. It and Jujutsu Kaisen are the main lines that I'm going to 100%. Yeah, I know with Naruto, Bleach, and Yu Yu Hakusho, because they announced Yu Yu Hakusho by showing like a symbol. So if you're not familiar with it, you wouldn't know. But they did announce a Yu Yu Hakusho line, but they showed all three of them and said there's going to be a lot of new announcements in 2024, because they showed that at like the end of 2023. And the Jujutsu Kaisen line, I know some people were kind of like thinking the line's dying, but I don't think, excuse me, I don't think the line's dying at all. I think they waited for season 2 to end. They probably didn't expect it to get even more popular than it already was. Like right now, I think it's the #1 manga in Japan, because One Piece has always been like #1 for so long, and Jujutsu Kaisen just took that spot from One Piece. So I think they're working on Toji, because if he's not the next one, and it makes sense too, because that Gojo is just releasing in Japan, the one with the glasses from the flashback. Then next month we get Geto from the flashback. So if they don't do Toji next to go with them, because usually Tamashii Nations likes to make 2 to 3 characters that go in like the same storyline, you know what I mean? Like if they make an updated or reissue Itadori, then they'll release a Chozo, you know what I mean? Like 2 characters that fought or something, So if Toji isn't next, it's just weird. but I feel like Nanami might be next, and maybe Mojito or Chozo. Those are like the four most I've seen people request. So I feel like they'll be next, but they really need to make some new announcements with JJK, Naruto, and One Piece. We need them to stay consistent because we did recently just get Kenpachi announced with Bleach, and then Hitsugaya as well. Kevon Langston, we are going to get cloth capes for Akatsuki. I believe, yeah, isn't that what they said? Because they did pretty much announce Itachi unofficially, but didn't they say they were going to use cloth robes? And I hope there's wire in them. But yeah, to me, that's the best route to go with Akatsuki members. Then you can remove them too, and then you have what they wear underneath, like Itachi, for example. So that is the best route to go. Like I love the team that works on the Naruto line. I love the team that works on the Jujutsu Kaisen line. Those are probably my two favorite teams over Tamashii Nation's headquarters that works on figure lines. Skull V and Dragon Collector said okay. I don't know what I said because I'm far behind on comments. Yeah, I'm pretty far in comments. I'm catching up, guys. Ghost Tab said, "Would you get a Figuarts Big Mom? I would only get her Rock's pirate version. I hate Big Mom. I don't like her as a character. I feel like she's an idiot. Like I usually love every One Piece character, hero, villain, whatever, but Big Mom I cannot stand. How do you have hunger pangs and kill your own children? Like she's just so out of control. But yeah, like a Rock's pirate version of her, I possibly would get, but I absolutely hate Big Mom. I probably wouldn't get her figure because I feel like she's going to cost as much as Kaido, and Big Mom is not worth a penny to me. I don't care. Like, unless maybe it's like the younger version of her. But yeah, I absolutely hate Big Mom. Uh, Kevon Langston said they're going back to East Blue with One Piece, right? Are you talking about anime or the Figuarts line? Because we are getting a new anime for some reason by Wit Studios. They do Vinland Saga. That I really want to check out. It's going to be interesting. I've never seen this happen with anime. How we have an anime still ongoing and then you're rebooting it, but with a different anime company. It should be dope though, because it'll be a new style animation. And I love the animation of Vinland Saga. And they did the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan. But yeah, they did announce an SH Figuarts East Blue, Nami, and Luffy. Luffy will probably be first, then Nami, and then I'm guessing Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp. I mean, at least make them if you're doing East Blue stuff. Then you can make a Mihawk or a Shanks, Crocodile. I mean, well, East Blue. I would get an Arlong if they made an Arlong. Oh yeah, definitely. Live action Arlong. I might like. I did just buy the live action Luffy. If you go on eBay, he's starting to pop up on there. But Ami Ami will probably, if you pre-ordered him, they still have him for pre-order, I believe. They'll probably have him in tonight, and they'll probably request payment tonight. So when you wake up, but I bought one off eBay because I need two, one to open, but the other one that I bought, I'm not going to open because I'm going to meet Anaki Godoy at MegaCon in Orlando, Florida. I don't know if he's there every day, but it's February 1st through the 4th, and I want Anaki Godoy to sign that SH Figuarts version of himself as Luffy. So that's why I got two of them. And McKenna won't be there, sadly. What's funny is I thought he was pretty good as Zoro. I mean, I loved him as Inishi in Rurouni Kenshin, the final. My goodness, he killed that role. But McKenna won't be there. Taz Skylar, I wish would have been there. But I just love Taz Skylar's dedication to the show. Jacob Romero Gibson will be there, which is Usopp. Nami. God. Emily Rudd won't be there. The only actors from One Piece will be Inaki Godoy, Jacob Ramiro Gibson, and then the dude who played Helmeppo, which I don't really care for too much, and then the dude who played Buggy. That might be interesting. I'm also going to bring my manga because I have the first and second chapter of One Piece, and Buggy, I believe, is in chapter 2, so I might have the guy who played Buggy sign that. Where was I? Velcro said, I bought Naruto recently, but it's still coming. I'm excited to have him. Did you buy him for 25 bucks on Amazon? Because I bought one for 25 bucks on Amazon as well. That Naruto is a really good figure. You're talking about the Shippuden version, right? Not Kid Naruto. And if I'm reading one of your comments and ask you something, just answer to whatever, like Velcro, just say, yeah, I bought that Naruto off Amazon, or I didn't. So then I'll know what you're talking about. True American Reject. Here's hoping some handsome devil out there comes up with soft capes, jackets for SH Figuarts, Law, and Kid in the future. Yeah, the Law one, we could definitely do that. I'm already ahead of you on that. The Kid one, I think it's similar, but it's like a fuzzy, it'll be like a fuzzy fabric. With Laws, I think the fuzzy is just around the neck area. So we definitely can do a Law one. His is blue. Yeah. We should be able to do them. Yeah. Action Mac. Yep, after seeing Zoro collapse in a couple of review videos, I canceled both pre-orders on him and Sanji. Yeah, a lot of people did that. Hello, Uchiha Madara. How are you? You're one of my favorite characters in Naruto. Tom, I still don't get why SH Figuarts didn't give Zoro soft plastic or soft goods at the leg area. I mean, Gato at the yeah. And that's what we're talking about. You have some lines that do something really good, and then you have another line that doesn't, and it just makes you question. Whoops! It makes you question, like, why aren't you using that type of soft plastic on Zoro? Same with Sasuke, even Obito. Like this type. Like, why wasn't Zoro's lower robe like this? This is such a durable, flexible plastic. I don't know why I said durable. I think I want to say flexible, but it's such a flexible, like, plastic that doesn't get in the way. Now, Zoro's is like a hard plastic. Like, what are you guys doing? So it just makes you question why these teams don't borrow or use ideas. I mean, you can make all your figure lines so goddamn amazing if you did that. Unless they're all in like competition with each other, which is stupid. You work for the same damn company. Action Mac, I need the Figma. I just need Figma's Thorfinn and Link. Yeah. That Thorfinn I did pre-order as well. It should come out this year, I believe, right? And then you want Link from Tears of the Kingdom, and maybe I'm done with Figma. Yeah, Figma, I'm not. Like, they even have a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen figures. All I got was Nanami, and if Figuarts doesn't make an Inumaki before the Figma one drops, which, with how long Figma takes to release shit, might happen. But if it doesn't, I will get the Figma Inumaki, because Inumaki is one of my favorites from Jujutsu Kaisen. Goes top Seb. The time for Figuarts Uto should have been with the movie release. Now it's too late. Yeah. Way too late. Unless they could turn their One Piece line. Sorry, I'm eating Hershey Kisses. Unless they could turn their One Piece line into their Dragon Ball line, And then throughout the year, every year, maybe release a movie character or two. Like Z would be freaking awesome from One Piece. That's my favorite One Piece movie. Or what's his name? Tesoro from Film Gold. He'd be pretty cool. Um, there's like a few or Golden Shiki would be pretty cool too at some point. Like if they can really elevate their One Piece line, like with Yamato, I was really blown away with how good she turned out. She is a freaking amazing figure. Let me tell you that. She really is, even though she has that lower dress type piece. They did it in a way kind of like what Variable Action Heroes does. But Variable Action Heroes usually would make all the parts articulated. But if they can get their One Piece line on the same level as their Dragon Ball line, we could see movie characters at some point. So it's still a possibility, but it probably won't be for a while. Unless Uta, they make another movie with her, or somehow she pops up in the anime or something. But I don't think we'll see her in anime because usually the One Piece movies aren't canon. I don't know if Film Red was, but usually they're not. Where was I? Uchiha Madara said, got a bootleg dry on Temu for $12. How is it? Danoto said, think we'll get a 2.0 Jiraiya with Sage mode faces. I think we will get an updated Madara and Jiraiya. That's why I feel like they made them as exclusives. What was it, last year, both of them? Because I think Jiraiya or Madara was first, then Jiraiya. But yeah, I think we will get updated versions because we're getting an updated Itachi. So yeah, because they're such popular characters, they got to do them at some point. Will it be this year? I think Madara definitely will. Because if we got Obito, who better to put Obito than Madara? you know? All right. Ghost Tav said, if you hear people talking, it's my uncle or my mom. Ghost Tav said, number one manga last year was Blue Lock. JJK was number two. I never heard of Blue Lock. Well, JJK, it was like last month or something, or because I know there's a big fight happening in Jujutsu Kaisen right now in the manga, or it ended, but that's when it was number one. Ghost Tub. Blue Lock is really good. Totally recommend it. All right, maybe I will check it out. Tom, it's definitely not dying. Maybe they are having more. You're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe it's definitely not dying. Maybe they are having more figures in the works currently for the second season. Yeah, that's exactly what I think they're doing. I think they're waiting for season. Excuse me. I think they're waiting for season 2 to wrap up so they can see what characters people want most. And obviously, it's Toji. If you go on to my Shinichun's Instagram, every other comment, Toji, where's Toji? This over Toji? It's insane. I've never seen, even when Bardock kept getting requested, we're getting more requests for Toji than Bardock. It's so crazy. I'm even joining everyone now with it. The more you request something, they'll get it going. Man, my uncle's talking loud as hell. He's a loudmouth. All right, damn it. I lost where I was in the comments. There we go. Keegan. I just hope they don't do the same thing with Toji as Kid Sakura, where they drop the Naruto and Sasuke, but not Sakura. Yeah, that would be a bigger letdown than not making a Kid Sakura or Zabuza, because you would think they would make Zabuza and Kid Sakura to go along with the Kid Naruto and Sasuke, but where are they? Unless they're going to announce them this year. Like Zabuza is another highly requested figure. Like I want a Zabuza as well. I think that was when we did the podcast episode of most wanted figures. That was on Star Blast's list right there, and we just did 5. So he is a very highly requested character to make into the line. And I mean, you did the Kid Naruto and Sasuke. You might as well do the Kid Sakura, unless the older version of her doesn't seem like she sells incredibly well. So maybe that made them pump the brakes. But still, people want to complete it. You know, it probably sells over time. Like we'll make capes on with our business, and like Boba Fett, for example, we made probably like 15 of them or something, and maybe like 2 of them sold at first, but over time they kept selling, and now I have 1 left in stock. So that might be what's happening with the adult Sakura. Maybe that's why we haven't gotten an announcement of the kid one, and then it's like do Zabuza, man, especially with the badass sword, and he's such a cool like character design for Naruto. So hopefully they don't do that with Toji. Like I said, I don't think they will. It'd be really stupid, and with how highly requested he is, like it would be so dumb for them not to make him. So next, Donato Bozzi said, I would love to get all Akatsuki members, you and me both, and most SH Figuarts Naruto collectors. They all want the Akatsuki members. Me personally, my favorite Akatsuki members are Hiran and Kakazu. Can you guys hear my uncle in the background? Like I hear him. He's so goddamn loud. Um, there's my mom. She's also loud. They're both loud. Uh, what was I talking about? What the hell was I talking about? They keep distracting me because my uncle's like always like tries to be funny, and he does stupid things. When he laughs, he sounds like Killer from One Piece. And he has the same pitch and everything. It's funny. What was I talking about? Oh, about them. So we were talking about, yeah. All right, you guys don't hear. Okay, good. To me, it's like they're right next to the wall, next to the room I'm in, but they're not. They're in the kitchen, but they're just really loud. Um, you guys don't hear that? All right. Who's that next? Keegan, I read. Donato. All right. Kevin Langston. Let me look at. You said Figuarts. What was your last comment? Where is it? There it is. Oh, okay. So yeah, you were talking about Figuarts. Yeah. East Blue, we're getting Luffy and we're getting Nami. And where's my phone? There we go. No. Now my mom's dog's trying to come in here. No, Tucker. I'm doing a live. You can't right now. For some reason, he likes drinking out of my dog's water bowl. Oh God, they're so loud. What was I looking up? Yeah, I'm sure most of you know that we're getting SH Figuarts. You guys don't hear that? Really? This microphone is probably just really good. SH Figuarts, Luffy, Nami, East, Blue. I'm sure most of you seen this, but Kevin Langston. Have you seen the pictures, Kevin Langston? Yeah, let me. lower the brightness. So right here, oh man, there we go. So we got Luffy, and then we got Nami. Luffy, they fixed his knee joints. There was another picture here. Here we go. They definitely fixed Luffy's knee joints. As you can see, they're like the back leg is bending more than 90 degrees right there, as you could see. Some people didn't like the way Nami's elbow joints were, but I feel like it was sacrificed for double jointed elbows, which I'm fine with because Nami, I think she looks fantastic. I know Luffy looks great too. They just need to give him that goddamn accessory where you could have him with his hat down with the string. I swear, if this Luffy doesn't have it, we're going to have to spam the shit out of Tamashii Nations on their Instagram page. But yeah, as of now, Luffy will probably come out first, then we'll get Nami, and then I think Zoro is going to be the next announcement after Kid. Kid, see, I don't know if Kid's going to release before this Luffy and Nami. Probably because we did have a promo pic of him, and oh no, we did have a promo pic, but it was of Luffy and Nami. I wonder, you know what's weird? I've never seen a promo pic where they show off two characters at once like that. So I'm wondering if these two might possibly be in a 2-pack, but they usually don't do stuff like that unless I'm trying to think, have we ever gotten like 2-packs with SH Figuarts? I don't know if we have, but it's very odd that they showed them both in the same like promotional pic. So it makes me curious who's going to be after Gear 5 Luffy. Will it be East Blue Luffy or Nami, or will it be Kid? I feel like it should be either East Blue Luffy or Nami, but after those three, and I like how we're still, like, you could tell that they're definitely continuing the One Piece line, but I like how, wait, no. So we have those three. So after that, I think East Blue Zoro is going to be the next announcement. And I really hope they do a Mihawk real soon too. That's like one of my most wanted One Piece figures for them to make. So if they're doing East Bluish type stuff, since we technically saw Mihawk in the East Blue arc during the Baratier arc where we first meet Sanji, that would even love a Zeph. How cool would a Zeph be to go along with East Blue Sanji? Or even the dude, what's his name? Was his name Brick? The dude with the pink hair that Sanji beat up and then he was all scared of him. I even wouldn't mind him. What the hell was his name? Was it Brick? It was something. He had like the brass knuckles. Um, but yeah, they definitely I feel like before they do other characters, make the 5 main Straw Hats. So we already got Luffy, Nami, do Zoro, Usopp, Sanji, or Sanji, Usopp. Let me see. Oh. Mom. Sorry, Sean. She did that twice. And I even tell her I'm doing lives. It just like goes out one ear and out the other. So yeah, they should definitely do all the 5 main Straw Hats from the East Blue if they're just focusing on the East Blue. Then make the other characters do a Mihawk or a Shanks, or at some point we can get Ace, but that technically is past East Blue. So, but you could still technically do it because to me it's pre-time skip. You know, if you want to call it East Blue, call it East Blue instead of pre-time skip. So Ghost Tab said, would you get a Figure Arts Bond Clay figure? Definitely. With how much Luffy respected him and the shit he did for Luffy at Impel Down. Sorry if I'm spoilers if you're not caught up to One Piece like before Marineford or the time skip, because there's an arc called Impel Down. Bond Clay, we meet him first at Alabasta. So if you only know him from there, he's kind of a dickhead, but I think he kind of becomes cool with the Straw Hats towards the end of the arc, but he is in another arc and the dude saved Luffy's life, man. So I definitely get a Bond Clay. And I mean, you got to. With how much Luffy respects him and with him saving Luffy and risking his own life. And, you know, Yeah, I'd definitely get a Bond Clay. It would be a funny figure too with the shit he wears. Does he wear like a tutu? Then he has the stupid swan things on his back. But let's see. He looks too much like he does, and that's probably where Oda got inspiration for like his haircut and stuff. You notice things like that. Like when we first see Frankie, his haircut, the inspiration definitely came from Jim Carrey's Ace Ventura. So you could tell like Sanji is based off of Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Pink, Steve Buscemi's character. That is who he is specifically based off of. So he does pull from a lot of movies, shows, or other anime he loves. Like he loved a Viking type anime when he was a kid, which is what helped him inspire the pirate thing with One Piece. And then there was Dragon Ball Z is another. So and Goku was a huge inspiration on the creation of Luffy. Doesn't look like him, but the characteristics very much like Goku. So you do see things like this in One Piece, which is something I love. It's like little random things you see, like Pepe, I think his name is from Water 7 from what was the shipwright company? He was the guy, he'd always have like a piece of hair stick out and he'd have to push it in, but then it would pop out another side and he had glasses. If you look at him, he looks exactly like oh my god, why can't I think of names? Freddie Mercury. He looks just like Freddie Mercury. So you just notice things like that throughout the series. Like Thriller Bark was inspired from Thriller Bark, but that's not how I figured it. It just the horror theme with zombies. It was inspired from Michael Jackson's Thriller. There's things like that all throughout One Piece, which is something I love with the series. Like Chopper, based off Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know what I mean? It's just little things like that that you notice throughout the entirety of the series. And that's not even a main thing about the damn show. It's just little things that I love. And another thing is like the real Oda puts real world aspects into his world of One Piece, like issues we have here. Like he shows how corrupt the government is. Governments are freaking corrupt everywhere, especially in the US. And I'm sure it is in Japan too. But pretty much every government so goddamn corrupt. They try to make it seem like they're the good guys, but really they're the villains. He puts a lot of real world stuff into One Piece, which is something else I love about it. And then there's so much foreshadowing as well. One Piece is people say, oh, it's some basic anime, but One Piece has layers to it, and it's deep. It's a deep series. It's not just a comedy or an action. There's drama in it. There's all types of things in One Piece, and like the backstories you get. Sorry, I'm going on like a One Piece thing, but One Piece is such a great series. All right, where was I? I like how I started talking about that. Oh, because you said he looked like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. But yeah, you notice all those things in One Piece. Velcro, that's what I'm calling you. Velcrocitro? So I call you Velcro for now. Yeah, exactly. Naruto Shippuden version. Okay, yeah. So you did get him for 25 bucks too. I think he is still 25 bucks. If neither of you have an SH Figuarts Naruto or even Sakura, super cheap on Amazon right now. Let me see if Naruto's still because he was 25 bucks. 25 bucks. They were like having crazy sales. Oh no, he went back up to 34. But still, that's cheap as hell. You have Sakura 30 bucks, Kakashi 60. But yeah, Naruto was 25 bucks at one point. Even in Perfect Cell, he was like 40 bucks. And then I rebought Sasuke for I think like 35 bucks. Like they had a bunch of random SH Figuarts figures for dirt cheap. And I'm like, buying that. Uchiha I'm hoping we get a kid Sakura figure arts. And then you also said hasn't come in yet, but from the pics, it looked great. You're talking about the shit. Oh, you just said you ordered a figure. But yeah, we should get a Kid Sakura just to complete the kid versions of Team 7 because Kakashi, what big difference is there between Naruto and then Shippuden, you know? So, but if they do Sakura, they have to do Zabuza too. You know, come on. You got to. To me, that was probably my favorite villain in no, second favorite. My favorite villain in Naruto before Shippuden was Kimimaru. I love Kimimaru. He was so freaking awesome with like how he used his ninjutsu with his bone. Like he would grow bones out, break them off, and use them as like swords, or he could make like spikes of bones come out. And he was that dude was so dope. Uchiha Madara also said, also hoping they reuse the Kakashi body for Asuma, Aruki, and Yamato. They sh- they should. There's like if you look at Orochimaru, he's very similar. They are they are built very similar. So getting Orochimaru's hair is falling off. So getting other characters wearing what Kakashi's wearing, they'll pretty much be identical unless maybe someone's shorter, they won't be as tall or something, but that's easy for them to fix up. But yeah, Asuma should definitely look like this. Asuma I feel like is a little more bulky compared to Kakashi. Like Shikamaru too, when they do Shippuden, same thing. So they could do a lot. They could reuse a lot of this body mold right here because a lot of characters just wear this. Kind of like in Demon Slayer. Most of them wear that Demon Slayer uniform. They just have different robes on. So that's why when you get like a Buzzmod Demon Slayer figure, it's like you're getting the same figure just with different accessories, robe, head sculpt, and stuff like that because they all wear the same stuff. Even Jujutsu Kaisen, like Megami and Gojo wear similar outfits, you know? Yeah, and then everyone was saying you didn't hear my mom or uncle, but they are being loud. Keegan said, I'm on the Skypiea arc of One Piece, and it's killing me after just getting to watch the Alabasta arc, which was a masterpiece. Yeah, Skypiea to me, I feel like if you really wanted, you could skip it, but you really shouldn't. And it isn't that long of an arc, but um, there's really not many things that like currently or throughout the story that become relevant from Skypiea besides one kind of major thing. But it's really you could just look up what it is because you don't see that until like after the time skip pretty much. But yeah, Skypiea to me is probably I don't know if it's my least favorite, but definitely in my top 3 of least favorite arcs in One Piece. Like I didn't really care for Thriller Bark and Skypiea I didn't like. I don't know what else I didn't really like. Most arcs I liked, you know, and then you have the filler arcs and stuff. But those are like the 2 main arcs I didn't really care for in One Piece. And then I thought Whole Cake was dragged out a little bit, but I still did like that arc, but it was definitely dragged out. Even Wano was getting to a point where it was like, come on, bro. Dressrosa, I absolutely loved. Water 7 to Eni's Lobby, still my favorite arc. All right, next. Action Mac. What did you say? Oh, yeah, you were answering how you don't hear my mom or uncle in the background. Uh, Bell Crow said, I want Hinata, you and me both. The one female character I want them to make is Hinata. She's probably my favorite woman character, Naruto. Yeah. Yeah, I love Hinata. She's just so cute. She only has statues and are mostly focused on her. And her curves. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they definitely need to make Hinata. I mean, it's freaking Naruto's wife, dude. But if you make Hinata, make Neji too. Neji's another one of my favorites that I wish they'd make, which I think they will, because he's a pretty big fan favorite. Oh, so you did? Okay, yeah, you did hear it at some point. So yeah, I feel like when I'm talking, you guys probably can't really hear them talking in the background. Devin Starr said, "Oh, we definitely heard that." Okay. Yeah, that was from before. True American Reject. I'm wearing headphones, so wings. Uchiha Madara. They did homemade Spider-Man, and oh yeah, that's right. They did the homemade Spider-Man suit and the Iron Man 2-pack when Spider-Man Homecoming was released. That's right. I have a few people laughing because you probably heard the background noise. Uchiha Madara. I really want an SH Figuarts 1010. Like, imagine all the accessories she can come with. Yeah, that's one really cool thing about 1010 that we can get. She would have tons and tons of accessories just because that's her main way of fighting. She uses the ninja scrolls and does the I don't know what that ninjutsu is called. Where not summoning. I guess it is summoning because she's summoning weapons. So she uses like a summoning jutsu with the scroll and weapons pop out, whatever weapon she summons or whatever. But yeah, she would have a lot of accessories. I feel like if they do that, like how they did Naruto, then we got we got Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. So they completed that team. I forgot what the other team's numbers are, but say you do Neji, then we need Rock Lee and Tenten. Say you do Hinata, then we need Kiba and oh god, what's his name? They ruined him in Barto, the one that had the bugs. Shino, right? The dude with the bugs, and he always covered his face with like his collar and like he had sunglasses. So I would say if they do that, keep making those team members, and then make like their what is it? Is it their cat? Well, they call him Sensei. So then when they do Shikamaru's team with like Choji and Inu, then they could do Asuma too to go along with them. That's something they could do with the Naruto line, like when they make the good guys. But like throughout doing that, they got to make the bad guys too, like the Akatsuki members or members from when Orochimaru was the main villain and Naruto make like a Kimimaru, and then that whole team, like when Neji fought that spider dude, and then Choji fought like that real strong dude, they could do stuff like that as they're making these different teams. I've always said Naruto and One Piece is like an infinite amount of characters and different versions of characters. If they can get Naruto and One Piece up to that Dragon Ball level, which I know they can, those lines can be bigger than Dragon Ball. They have so many more characters than Dragon Ball as a whole. So there's so many characters and different versions of characters they could do, So as long as they make these figures good, don't overprice them. Like, it's an import company. You're going to be paying, besides the $30-$35 figures, most of the time you're going to be paying 45 to like $70 for an average figure. You know what I mean? As long as they don't overprice shit. Like Yamato, I think retails at like 70. It's like, that's fine because she's like 7.5 inches tall, and she hasn't like she's a really good figure and she's worth the price. As long as they can make these figures like how they've been doing their Naruto stuff and make them reasonable price tags. Like I think the Naruto stuff's like 60 a piece for like newer figures like Orochimaru or like Sasuke and stuff. Then once in a while we get like the Naruto $30-$35. Yeah, Shino. Okay, I was right. Thank you. They can really take One Piece and Naruto. Same top of my head's Dragon Ball. One Piece and Naruto, they're still like down here. Well, Naruto's kind of getting up there, but they can elevate the hell out of both those lines as long as they do it right. Don't overprice stuff and give collectors and fans characters they want. It's like the Jujutsu Kaisen line. That's another line that can take off pretty good with its popularity. Same with Demon Slayer, but you're not doing their goddamn robes right. And what is up with Nezuko's her Komodo, the dress piece? I think Komodo's their robes, right? But like it looks like you won't be able to articulate her legs, and her main thing is kicking. So it's like that's why I like Buzzmod. They give you the cloth wired clothing, like as I was saying, Akaza had just the vest, and that's dope. When the way Figma did it was a fail. Like, you can make the vest like that. You can make sculpted plastic, but it's better as cloth. But the main robes, the komodos, I think they're called, like what Tanjiro has, the checkered one, cloth and wire, cloth and wire. And then same with the bleach, make their pants cloth, dude. So they can make these other figure lines on such a high level, but some of them they do poor choices. I mean, not all of them. They're doing good with, like, the main ones, they're doing good with. And One Piece, they're definitely redeeming themselves with One Piece. With Naruto, when the revamp of the Naruto line has been home run after home run. You know what I mean? And Jujutsu Kaisen seems to be like that too. Like the Toto figure I just got. If you have Sukuna, he's just as good as Sukuna, or maybe a little better, like articulation wise. And he does have a little more accessories. And I noticed they're starting to include more facial expressions with other with like newer characters, like at least 5, you know, like Yamato has 5 plus the Luffy face. This Luffy face, get Yamato, you get the greatest Luffy face with her. Like, I don't mind them doing that with Luffy because it was a $35 figure. And if you're collecting the line, I know some people don't like this, but I mean, if you're collecting the line, I'll take that added bonus of an extra face sculpt for this Luffy, you know what I mean? But what I want them to do is throw in like rubber limbs because, hold on, not this arm. His arms pop off. And I feel like that's them saying, like, look, he's going to have DLCs of rubbery arms with other figures, like same with the legs. They unpeg. So I feel like with Gear 5, I feel like you could put these legs on Gear 5 and you could put the rubber limbs on this one. Same with like the sleeves. So I feel like this was done purposely for those reasons. And I think at some point we're going to get rubber limbs as well. But if the East Blue Luffy does not have his own like Gumu Gumu pistol, that's going to be stupid. Like, you don't have to make it the blown up one like the Gear 3. Just give the long, stretchy arm as skinny as his arm is, and you don't even need to give a fist because he has fists already. Do that, Tamashii Nations. Come on. Include that. Oh, wait. That Luffy will have fists, but it's like, include that with the East Blue Luffy. That was like one of his main things he did during the East Blue arc because he didn't learn any of the other stuff yet. So you gotta give fans and collectors what they want so these lines succeed. But like what I was saying, I don't mind. Like, it was annoying that they did that with Gohan because the Dragon Ball line you don't need to like not lure, but make people want to buy Gamma 1 and 2, for example, in order to get like these Gohan accessories. People will buy whatever characters if they want to buy them. Don't force them to buy them. Like, that's different. The One Piece line is new. So if you love One Piece, like me, you're pretty much going to want to get every figure. So getting that extra Luffy face to me, I feel like really isn't a bad thing. And then, like, even with the Naruto stuff, it's not bad. So if you have Kid Sasuke, you get the cursed mark face here. So you can put that on the Kid Sasuke. Like, I don't mind that. And then with Obito, you get another Sage Mode face for Naruto. So you could use that with the older Naruto. So I don't mind that with the newer lines. But when you do it with a line that is so... it's been around for over a decade. Like, why do that? My mom's dog scratching on the door again. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Come on, Tucker. What are you doing? Here, drink the water. Come on. Go ahead. Hold on. He came in to drink water. Hold on. This is my mom's dog. He's a Shih Tzu. For some reason, he likes coming in here and drinking out of the water bowl for my dog. Like, I don't mind, but I don't know why he doesn't want to drink out of his water bowl. Okay, you good? I guess not. Let me see. What's the next comment I'm at? Hello, Wana. Back up. Stop it. Hold on. Man, I kind of get carried away sometimes. Velcro. You can call me. Governments are like that too. Yeah, governments pretty much all over the world are sneaky. They're really the villains in the world, to tell you the truth. They really are. All right, Tucker, you good? Hold on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Give me one sec. Gotta take my hoodie off because it's getting too hot. All this talk of bad moves by Tamashii Nations is getting me heated. Just kidding. All right, next comment. Noel Harvey, what is going on? Love One Piece. Definitely would like to see more characters like Buggy Shanks or Mihawk. Same here. Like if they're doing East Blue stuff, since we got Luffy and Nami, they definitely should announce Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp next. Then after that, do the like the villains or the other characters like Mihawk, Buggy, Shanks, and so on. You know, so Shanks. Excuse me. Yeah, people would buy the hell out of Buggy. Same with Shanks and Mihawk. I really want them to make a Mihawk. And Wana, hello again. Even though I said hello to that comment before. I do have a moderator, so don't say bad things. Devin Steer. Yeah, I got my 5th and 6th Narutos, and so yeah, that's what's good about those Narutos too, is because his main ninjutsu is cloning. The what is it called? Oh my god, why can't I think of that? But that's what Naruto does. So especially when they were $25, you could have grabbed like five of them for $125, and now you have 5, 6 Narutos. And a second Sasuke, Kakashi, and a Sakura during those sales. Yeah, so what are you doing? What the heck are you doing over there, dude? Chill out. Here, eat that, or I'm gonna eat it. I just hear him over there like licking or something, and that sounds like it's irritating at some point. Damn, joined late, Burgos. Yeah, but you're good, dude. Where am I? Uchiha Madara. I have like 5 Shippuden Narutos and 3 Kid Narutos on order because of the Amazon sale. Yeah, it's. I really like that they did that sale. Noel Harvey. What the heck did I just do? Noel Harvey. Can we get a 2.0 Madara Chia? Because those weak ankle joints. Oh my God. You're talking about on the old Madara, he had bad, like the weak ankle joints. Yeah, they definitely do need to update that Madara. It makes sense since we just got Obito, even though they technically made the Obito for Kakashi for that epic battle they had. But Madara is like one of the biggest fan favorite characters. Like his look is so cool looking, but they really need to update Madara. One main thing about that old one is his armor. They just made one solid piece. The articulation was there, but you made the armor a solid piece so you couldn't even use it. So with this one, what they need to do, don't do like what they did with Zoro. Well, they can't do that, but don't do that again, Tamashii Nations. That was the dumbest thing. Put the cut in there. It's an articulated figure. It's supposed to articulate. They could have put that cut in the armor, and then you could have articulated it like how you articulate action figures. So yeah, we definitely need the updated Madara, which I feel like we will get this year, or at least announced this year. Burgos said some sort of monster art, Kurama and the Toads, Gamakichi, or Gamibunta, probably spelled them wrong. Yeah, the toads that Naruto and Jiraiya used. Yep. A Karama would be dope. I know some company made a beautiful statue, but it was really pricey. But imagine an articulated Karama close to the size of maybe like the grade 8 Vegeta. I mean, it doesn't have to be that big, but I mean, with like the 9 tails and everything, and then having each tail articulated, his legs all articulated, the jaw moving up and down, that would be such a dope figure. And I would pay what? It'd probably be like $200 to $300 for that. But I think I'd pay for it for an articulated Kurama like that. Hell yeah. The Toads, maybe, but they would, if they did do the Toads, they'd probably give you like a small Naruto, like what they did with the Great Ape Vegeta, how he got the small Goku. Velcro said Kurama Monster Arts would be awesome. Yeah, hell yeah. Burgos, I want to get the San Diego Comic-Con dry, but I'm scared they will announce a new version right after. Yeah, they're notorious for that, Tamashii Nations. They'll do a repaint or San Diego Comic-Con of like a specific character. Like they did that with Vegeta and a couple others, but they are very notorious for that. I would say wait this year. If we don't hear anything by the summer, then get it. Watch, then his price like jumps up to like $500. Now, I don't think it will, but I would probably give it to the summer to see if we get an announcement of Jiraiya. I'm pretty sure we will get an announcement of Madara, Jiraiya, possibly Tsunade. We might get Zabuza because he is a very highly requested figure, and we could see Might Guy. We could see maybe an updated Rock Lee and Gara. I don't know though. But the first like four, I think we will definitely see. We might even get a Sage Six Paths. I almost said Mario. Naruto. I feel like we'll get that, and we'll get another because like what they do with Goku and Vegeta, they're gonna do with Naruto and Sasuke. So we'll probably get another version of Sasuke. Maybe the one in his white shirt when we first see him in Shippuden, like when he was with Orochimaru. We could get that version of Sasuke, which would be pretty dope to get because I prefer that over when he fought Itachi. Keegan said, "Gotta hop off, man, but great stream. Keep up the content." Hey, thanks for joining, bro. And I definitely will keep up the content. I almost said comment. Burgos, same goes for Madara. Yeah. Uchiha Madara said, "The SH figure art Bond Forger gives me hope that we will get Shippuden Kiba with opposable Akimaru." I could definitely see that. They can give us like his puppy-ish looking version and then his like beast looking version. That would be pretty cool to get a Kiba with Akimaru right there. Donato Balsi said, Shippuden Sasuke is still my favorite in the Naruto line. Yeah, I feel like he's one of the best too. It's like me personally, I don't Naruto isn't one of my favorite characters, but both his figures are fantastic. But like my personal favorites are Kakashi, Sasuke, and Orochimaru. Yeah, those are my personal favorites, but truthfully, all the figures are so good. They're just top tier, like Figuarts type figures. And I'm curious I really hope. Oh yeah, I think Pain is going to be released this year. Oh yeah, Itachi will as well because they pretty much unofficially announced Itachi, but Pain is another one so high in demand. So I'm really curious to see the next three figures that we're going to get because as of right now, all we have left is the Kurama Link Naruto. Yeah. And they haven't announced anything new yet. So I think sometime this month or the beginning of February, we're going to start getting either new reveals or announcements of new Naruto figures, Jujutsu Kaisen. We'll see the Yu Yu Hakusho figures, and then I think we'll get some more Bleach stuff. Noel Harvey said they do need to take a lesson from BuzzMod and Dasen model for soft goods. Dasen's Kenshin figure pure gold aside from the scale. Yeah, that was that Dasen model Kenshin was really the only worthy Kenshin figure at that time because before that we had that horrible blocky Kenshin from Rebeltech. My God, yeah, it's super old, but geez, that thing was like some goddamn building blocks all glued together on a figure. It was so weird. And then who else? I think another company made one, but it wasn't good either. So the Dasen model one was the only one we had. And didn't they make Sanosuke too? Sano, his buddy? Um, and they made the dude who was burned with the wrapped up what Shishio. Didn't they make Shishio too in the Dessa model line? Like I feel like with figure arts, because I what I'm watching currently is the reanimated Kenshin series, and like I love Kenshin, and I'm up to episode 8. I didn't watch it yet. That's what I'm on right now, but I would love them to make the dude that the first main villain in Kenshin who had the Raiden hat, and then he had the black eyes with the red pupils, and he could like paralyze you with a certain look that he does. He would be a cool SH figure arts figure. Damn, what was his name? Even Fachita is his name. The police captain with the sword who always has a cigarette in his mouth. That dude, he's one of my favorites from Rurouni Kenshin too. There's my mom and uncle being idiots. Action Mac said, I need Kid Rock Lee and 2.0 should put in Rock Lee. Yeah, they definitely need to make an updated Rock Lee. That the one they made was good for its time, but it's super outdated. You couldn't really articulate his head, and an updated one is desperately needed. And if they do that Kid Rock Lee, they better make me a goddamn Kinimaru, goddammit. Anime Cluster VR. What is going on? Uchiha Madara Shadow Clone Jutsu. There we go. Thank you. I couldn't think of it before. Uh-oh. The moderator left a mean face. Uh-oh. Either she's mad at me or mad at one of you. Anime Cluster VR. Are you going to do a Gear 5 Lufus video? Yeah, when an gets released, what I do, I always do like the quick look shorts, YouTube shorts reviews. If it's like a big character, I'll do a review. Like I did it with like I reviewed this Luffy. When Zoro and Sanji released, I wasn't able to do videos, so I never did reviews of them. But like when Toto released from Jujutsu Kaisen, I reviewed that. That's actually my latest review that I have on my channel right now. But yeah, when a new figure releases, I do reviews. I didn't of Obito yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, but I of all these figures, I do have YouTube shorts. Like I just did a YouTube short of the Figma Nanami too. So it oh, like the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, I did a review of that. Same with the NECA, the Last Ronin, Raphael, I did a review of that. So they're like specific figures I will review, because some stuff, like Yamato I reviewed. Say like say like I reviewed Byakuya from Bleach. I don't think it would get that many views. And these videos, the most difficult part is editing, but I do now pay to have videos edited most of the time, because that's one thing that was kind of getting to me when I took. Can you stop? I'm trying to talk over here, bud. That was the one thing that was kind of like getting to me when I took that break, because the editing takes so long to do. It's just like, geez. But now Champ helps out with editing, but like, I mean, when someone edits your video, you got to pay them. So I try to review just certain stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely going to review Gear 5 Luffy. Or Captain Kid. Is that here? Am I going to review Kid? I might review Kid. Like, I might review all the One Piece stuff. Let's see. Like, I didn't review Obito because I feel like I got him too late. And I feel like there's so many reviews out there, because now these days it's just oversaturated with people reviewing figures now, and it's just kind of ridiculous how many people do it. That's why I like doing like the history of action figure videos. Like I like doing stuff like that, or like if I love an anime, I love learning about it, like Demon Slayer. like Demon Slayer, I learned so much about Demon Slayer. Like I became a hardcore fan. One Piece, I'm like that. I also like doing like anime type things here and there too. Like I've done the backstory of Akaza. I've done the backstory of Obanai, which is the serpent Hashira. I did one of Yorichi, Upper Moon One, Kokushibo. I did a backstory on Goku, Uzui. I did like a video of Bardock, but I'll do like a lot of YouTube shorts or like facts or like funniest moments or stuff. Like I like doing stuff like that too. I do also like to do like I want to try to do maybe like a Irwin Toys video of Dragon Ball figures at some point. But yeah, the next History of Action Figures video is going to be of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then Spider-Man, and then I might do Naruto or Luffy. Hoping they do a third Hokage with a female faceplate for Orochimaru. Yeah, they could do that. My favorite Hokage was the second Hokage, Tobimaru, right? Because a Hashirama would be sick as hell. If they make Madara, you better make us freaking Hashimara, the first Hokage. Tobimaru. What's his name? Tobimaru? Quandale, sorry for your loss, man. That Toby Rama, that's it. Yeah, sorry for your loss. It's sad when a dog passes away because they're really like part of your family. If you don't have a pet, you it's hard to understand the connection you have with that pet. So when a pet dies, it can hurt. So sorry for your loss, man. And thank you, Uchiha Madara. Yes, Toby Rama, that's his name. Toby Maru. I was close. I knew it was Toby something. But yeah, they just need to do all the Hokage, first, second, third, and then we're getting Minato. I'm sure we'll get a repainted San Diego Comic Con version of the anime version. So where was I? Devin Steer said, any idea how they could do Naruto with the Nine Tails or around him? Are you talking about like the Karama Link one? Or are you talking about like the Sage Six Paths Naruto? Virgo said, I actually bought a Kid Naruto from a few months back. Yeah, like the Kid Naruto is cheap too. It's like a $35 figure. Velcro sitter. Yeah, Pain is such like a high in demand figure. There's so many collectors that want a Pain. Um, what's next here? Uchiha Madara. My favorite Naruto figure arts is Orochimaru. Like he's a solid figure. All he needed was an interchangeable bandage, long neck. When did he have that? I know he used to wrap his face up. Is that what you're? When did he have the bandage around his neck? See, Naruto, I watched fully all the way through. Like sometimes I'll go back and watch certain arcs. Like I love the one with Shikamaru, Asuma, and Hidan, the Katsuki member, Hidan and Kakuzu. That whole arc, that's one of my favorites. Even the very first arc where Gara gets taken by Deidara and Sasori. Like there's a lot of good arcs in Naruto Shippuden. Action Mac. I need an SH Figuarts. Anbu, yeah, Kakashi and Itachi. Yes, they need to make Anbu, Black Ops, Kakashi, and Itachi. They look so dope in that attire. That's like a to me that's like their straight up ninja look, you know. I'm I'm sure we'll get that at some point because if they're gonna do another Kakashi, that would be the Kakashi to do. If they do another Itachi, that would be the Itachi to do. Donato Balzi said if they're gonna make a 2.0 Madara, then they need to make the 5 Kage. That's true. They I'm sure they'll get to it. with how well received this line is, they can definitely get to the 5 Kage. Virgo said if they make Kid Sakura, it should come with, excuse me, long and short hair heads. Yeah. Yeah, they should do that. Kind of. Weren't they gonna do that with Yamcha? I don't know. But yeah, they should do that if they do a Kid Sakura. Luffy, I love you, man. I love you too. Thanks. I like how your name is Luffy. Next, Quandale said, "Do you recommend SH Figuarts Toto?" Hell yeah, I do. Tell you the truth, he's probably one of the best figures in the line. Like he's not like my favorite character, so I'm not being biased, but he really is one of the top figures I think in the line. Like he's just as good as Sukuna because they're kind of wearing similar things, so they have very similar articulation, but he has a little more accessories. You have 5 different facial expressions, a ton of hands, his necklace, and then you also get crossed arms, but he has some really great range with his articulation, and it's just a really cool figure. Like if you're a fan of Toto, I would definitely recommend getting this. I mean, even if you're just like a Jujutsu Kaisen fan, I would highly recommend it. And what's crazy is like when we get Dragon Ball figures, we don't ever see shading on like the skin tone. He has shading all throughout it, even on the ankles as well. Like, how awesome is that? You know what I mean? And I wish they'd do that with their Dragon Ball figures more often. Like, you have Legendary Super Saiyan Goku, and I don't think he has any shading on the torso. Like, come on, man. And he has it all over. Like, why can't you do what you did with him on him? You know what I mean? That's what pisses me off about their Dragon Ball line. They cut corners and costs and the line's so popular they know they don't need to do it. But yeah, dude, if you are a JJK fan or even a Toto fan, definitely scoop this up. This is a great figure, and they're killing it with their Jujutsu Kaisen stuff. I would highly recommend getting this figure. If you want to watch my review, I think I've been making my reviews a lot shorter. I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes, so it's not even long. Or you can look at the YouTube short where I show because the YouTube shorts, I just show them in the box, like look what I got, then show the accessories quickly, then height and height comparisons quickly, and then I show you a bunch of poses, and then it's like a quick style type review. But if you want to see like the actual review and pros and cons, he really doesn't have any cons to tell you the truth, but you could check out the full review. But I do recommend getting Toto 100%. Burgos said SH Figure Arts Kuma would be great since they do such a nice job with larger figures. Yeah, Kuma, his torso would just be weird because it kind of goes like that, but they usually do a good job with bigger figures. Like years ago, they made a Chogokin time skip Frankie, and everyone, like whoever got that, loved that figure. So yeah. Orochimaru. Donato Ball Z. I would love a Hokage Naruto and adult Sasuke with soft clothes. Same here. They really need to start transitioning to soft goods for specific items. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my YouTube short of this, but this is the live action movie version of Kenshin, and it's the battle damage version. But just like with Dasen Model, cloth, which with clothing like this, you need to make cloth, and none of it's wired. Doesn't need to be. Like they could have made these wired, but they don't have to. You know, it's still fine. But with certain things, and it just it's better with cloth goods with wire in it, like Makima, the SH Figure Arts Makima. Her coat or trench coat is cloth and wired. Gohan with the Piccolo style cape. Yeah, the shoulder pad piece is plastic, but the cape they made cloth and wired. Let's see. Hopefully, they made the wire go up enough where it's like glued to the plastic piece so it holds a pose and it's not like how they did their the Batman figure because that was a fail the way they did the bendy wire and the cape on that figure. All right, next question. But yeah, if they did a Hokage Naruto, and you're talking about pretty much the Boruto versions, right? Because I would definitely get those, especially that Sasuke. That's an awesome version of Sasuke from Boruto. That's one of the few things I like from Boruto. For anybody who's current with Boruto, are they doing more of the manga? Because I stopped watching it because they went excessive with filler. Like the first 200 episodes, like 170 episodes were filler, and only 30 was the goddamn manga canon. And they kept waiting and waiting for some reason. I don't know why, but it really brought down that series, that anime, and I stopped watching it myself. And it's like, what the hell's going on? So I kind of steered away from it and haven't watched it. I don't even know how deep they are into it. And I know they're getting close to the time skip because that's how that first episode starts out. It was like if they showed you a glimpse of Shippuden and then it started with Naruto. That's what they did with Boruto. So if anyone's current with Boruto, the anime, are they doing more of the manga, or are they still BSing with filler? I'll have to look it up because I love the manga part of the story. It's just I hate Naruto filler, and Baruto's has been the worst so far, even worse than Bleach filler. Quandel said they should make an SH Figuarts Mike guy. Yeah, they definitely should, and I'm sure they will very soon. Uchiha Madara said, for my Orochimaru, I painted a bendable arm for a Mr. Fantastic figure and used it. Ah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. He used the long neck. Yeah, I remember that in the fight with the four-tailed Naruto during the bridge arc. Yeah, I remember when he did that. That's a pretty smart idea, actually. Quentin Brooks said, Daredevil 19, we need Figma or Buzzma to make Hantengu and his clones. Plus, he has potential, to be honest. It's weird because they skipped Gyutaro, which I don't know why the hell they chose Daki over Gyutaro to make into the line because they want to make a Demon Nezuko. I mean, all right, make the Demon Nezuko, but make Gyutaro, not freaking Daki first. But we still haven't gotten Daki. Like, they're skipping these Upper Moon demons. And then we have Gyoko and Hantengu in the last season, and no announcement of either figure. It's like, what's going on? Why aren't you making like these Upper Moon demons? You made a Kaza, which is I'm so happy they did because he's my favorite. And then the next demon they made was Daki. And then so we're skipping Gyutaro, then we skipped Hantengu and skipped Gyoko. Personally, Hantengu wasn't my favorite, but I did like when all the clones came together. Like, I would buy that version of Hantengu. And I hate the way he looks with his stupid big head. But I like the one where the one clone absorbed the other three and he became that really scary one that Mitsuri fought. That one I would definitely buy, but I would probably end up buying the big-headed scaredy cat Hantengu just to complete like my Upper Moon demons. But yeah, it's crazy because we're getting Yurichiro and Mitsuri next, and can't wait for Mitsuri mainly. I might not get Murichiro, but the next ones after that, which they announced, is Genya, which I'm fine with Genya, and then his brother Sanemi. So why are we getting Sanemi when he barely has been in the story? It's like, why are you making him over Hantengu or Gyoko or even Gyotaro? Why skip ahead to Sanemi for some reason? Like I understand Genya because he had a big part in the Swordsmith Village arc. So, like, what are you guys doing? So they really need to backtrack because it seems like what they do is when that arc happens, they make like a few characters from it, and then by the time these figures release, the next season or arc has begun. So then they skip certain characters and then make characters of that arc. And it's like, bro, come on, man. Like with making Genya, you could have made maybe Gyoko to go with Mutachido, or you could have made Hantengu or one of the clones to go with Mitsuri. You know what I mean? Like the last one, I forgot his name, the last powerful one that Mitsuri was fighting. You could have made that one. Like, why make Sanemi? Sanemi doesn't even have a big part in the story yet. I mean, you showed him a little bit in a flashback, but that was Genya's flashback. So it makes you wonder, like, who's like, let's make Sanemi just because him and Genya are brothers. But it's like Sanemi didn't have his part yet in Demon Slayer, so why are you making him already? So yeah, it's weird how Buzzmod is like skipping like certain characters. I'm sure they'll backtrack and go back to them. Like I know when Doma and Kokushibo have a big part, they're gonna make them, but they definitely need to backtrack. They'll have to make a Musan at some point. But they'll need to make those other upper rank demons, you know? Because I know they're gonna make all the Hashira, that's for sure. Next here. Quandel said, I have $100 right now, but who do you recommend from the JJK line and Mayfex? I don't have a Mayfex. So if you buy a Mayfex, that $100, most of it will be going to that Mayfex. But if you get a Jujutsu Kaisen figure, you could possibly get two. If you go on Big Bad Toy Store right now, you could get Sukuna and then maybe Megami or Nobu Kugisaki, the girl. You know, it's Megami Itadori, and then that girl. Like I think it's Kugisaki or not Nabota or something. But you can get one of them for like 40, and then you could either get like Sukuna, or you could get the movie Zero Gojo or something for like $60. So you can get two figures for 100. But if you go to Mayfex, that whole 100 will pretty much go to a Mayfex. But if you get a Mayfex, depends what you like. Do you want Marvel, Star Wars? They have the boys figures. Like they have a nice chunk of stuff. Or DC. Do you want animated DC stuff or comic book DC stuff or movie version DC stuff? To me, any Spider-Man figure they made is pretty dope. Venom's really good. Gambit is pretty awesome. Their Wolverine figures are fire. Like Star Wars, I love their Kylo Ren, even though it's an older figure, it's still a great figure. There, if you want like the Batman figure, Mayfex would probably be the route to go. There's it depends what you want from Mayfex, but if you'd rather get two figures instead of one, I would grab a couple Jujutsu Kaisen figures. Love Toto, but Gojo top. Yeah, I think I like Gojo more as a character than Toto, but Toto is great. My favorite is Sukuna. Sukuna is my favorite. I love Chozo, and Toji is another one of my favorites. Donato Ball Z. Who would win, Kakashi or Gojo? Well, Gojo's so OP, he would probably win because he's just. It's like in Jujutsu Kaisen, that six eyes thing he has, only one person can only have it at a time. And they're just so overpowered, and it shows how OP he is. So he probably would be Kakashi. But if it was just like hand-to-hand combat, I think Kakashi might. I don't know. That's hard to say. It is hard to say. Like Kakashi's strong, but Gojo has that OP power to him. Quindell, I watch all your shorts. Thanks, bro. Gojo. Kakashi wouldn't be able to copy Gojo's techniques. Yeah, that's true because he has to copy ninjutsu and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like having a Sharingan type eyes, but his are just so OP. Due to Mitsuri having her shirt open, I can get her buzz mod. Same here. And then they gave her skirt cloth goods, so it won't restrict articulation. And then her like little robe piece is also cloth and wired. So like the the figure arts figures, I'm only gonna buy certain characters because Buzzmod really has me deep into their line. I think all I need is Demon, Nezuko, and Tanjiro. Um, and then I'm waiting for the renewal or updated Rengoku. And then I don't know if I'm gonna get Mitsuri. Definitely gonna get not Mitsuri, Mutachido. I'm definitely getting Mitsuri. Uchiha Madara, I also hope we get an exclusive Sasuke in his black outfit from Chunin exams. Yeah, that would be a pretty cool version of Sasuke. But I don't think they do it as like a San Diego Comic Con exclusive, maybe like a web store exclusive or something. It could be, but it could just be a regular release too. Because he does wear, I think his clothing's a bit different than his regular clothing the kid Sasuke has. Nabarro, that's her name. Okay, yeah. Nabarro, yeah. I should have her in the mail tomorrow, actually. Quentin Brooks said, I feel like the Sword Village arc was Russian Demon Slayer. Yeah, I felt like it was too, especially Mirichido and Gyoko's fight. That felt so rushed. That was out of everything in the arc, because I read the manga, that was what I anticipated the most in that arc. And it just went by like that. I was like, bro, like the Hantengu fighting, like Genya, Nezuko, and Tanjiro was good and it lasted a while. And then Mitsuri shows up and stuff. I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, the Gyoko and Murichiro fight went by way too quick. But I think they're also trying to show that once you have that Demon Slayer mark, it really makes the Demon Slayers that much more powerful. But yeah, they definitely rushed that fight between them two. And the Hashira training arc is so short in the manga. I don't know how that is going to be a whole season. Because then after that, there's just two more big arcs, and they're the same arc split into two. And then Demon Slayer's over. So it's like, geez, that's it. I feel like the creators should like make another part of the story with like a they got to do more to Demon Slayer. It's just way too popular. Or if they do movies, like when they did Mugen Train, I was kind of annoyed that it was the canon and part of the manga. I feel like when they do movies, it needs to be its own separate thing, like its own story, like what One Piece does. Action Max said, but I also wrote I would like to see One Punch Man, Fullmetal Alchemist, Mob Psycho 100, and the SH Figuarts line. I know we're getting amazing Yamaguchi One Punch Man figures. Those I really want to check out, but I could definitely see like some SH figure arts of that from Metal Alchemist, Mob Psycho 100. With how many lines they're picking up or had picked up, who knows what else they have picked up as well. It's like they're trying to get every popular anime. Simple displays. They done the Power Rangers, Dino Charge, and Ninja Storm 2 packs. Goku and Gohan. Oh yeah, that's right. Goku and Gohan 2 pack. All right, so yeah, they do 2 packs. Giamatara, for the JJK line, I'm hoping they do Panda. Yeah, Panda is one I could see them doing. And like he's not going to be super duper articulated, but they could definitely work in some pretty good articulation. And then he should have some pretty cool accessories as well. I really want Maki, but like the main ones I want is Toji. We need a Nanami. We need uh like It would be good to get Mojito to have like some sort of villain besides Gato, and then Chozo is another one I want. Simple displays, Power Rangers Overdrive as well. So with Power Rangers, they did a lot of 2-packs in the SH Figuarts line. So definitely a possibility to get a 2-pack. What 2-pack was I saying? Oh, if we get the East Blue Nami and Luffy in a 2-pack. Quandale said, I'm hoping for Inumaki. Figma Inumaki is way too much. Yeah, Figma is fucking Figma whoops. Figma is really overpriced. And they're just not really doing like new stuff, and Figma with their figures they just, it seems like they don't try as much, but I'm sure we will get a SH Figuarts Inumaki. That's another one I want them to make too. He's one of my favorites from JJK. Virgo said, I can't expand to more lines already. I have a big TBZ collection of Naruto and One Piece figs. Now started Berserk. Not as cheap when I started in 2016. Yeah, the Berserk figures are super pricey, and they super duper dropped the ball on them too. So hopefully they can redeem themselves with that Berserk line, because I love Berserk. I hope the new anime, they skip the Golden Age arc and start at the Black Swordsman arc. They really, because we don't need another retelling of it. We just got the Golden Age arc redone in what, 2021 or 2022 on Crunchyroll. So we don't need that damn story again. Like, I'm sick of hearing and watching the Golden Age arc. It's like, get to the Black Swordsman arc. Then what's the after that? There's another arc that's really dark that they skipped in the 2016 Berserk, but they need to start after the Golden Age arc. They really have to. And I hope their figures get better. And I really hope they fix the Berserker armored Guts. Because if he's anything like this Guts, it's not going to be good. True American Reject said, which characters do you think would make better One Piece SH Figuarts? Usopp or Soge King? Because Soge King kind of has that cape thing, because it kind of has it over his shoulder. I don't know if they'll use a cloth wired cape. That's the thing. But I feel like Usopp by himself would be a better figure in general, either pre-time skip or time skip. Because like I do want a Soge King one. That would be awesome to get. But they would have to give him a cloth wired cape, because if they do the plastic crap, man, it's just not going to be good. I mean, the figure will be good, but it's going to restrict movement, get in the way and stuff, because the way he wears it, I believe it like drapes over his shoulder in the front too. So yeah, it wouldn't be good if they made that plastic. Uchiha Madara. Also want SH Figuarts to do da with the clay bird, similar to how they did Green Goblin's glider. Yeah, they definitely can do that, and then give him his little clay pieces as well. He's another cool Akatsuki member, but they need to make all of them. Burgo said, stopped in 2018, sold off my DBZ collection only to start again in 2020. Now I buy most DB fig. Yeah, I did the same thing. I sold most of my Dragon Ball collection, or maybe all of it. Yeah, because now I only cherry pick. Well, I sold most of it, but I only cherry pick what I buy now. There's just way too many. Like, if you're a hardcore, diehard Dragon Ball fan and you focus on that line, it's fine to collect every figure. Because I was doing that. That I would get every single release, but like you were saying before, there's way too many lines to collect now. Figures also jumped up in price with the and with the price hike of not just figures, everything. It's just things gotten more expensive, and with how many different lines there are, plus we always get new anime, and like Jujutsu Kaisen isn't like super new, but it's still newish. That's another new line. Hell's Paradise. I really like that anime. Now I want to get all the figures from it. So there's too many lines to collect to be able to get every single Dragon Ball figure, because there's way over 150 Dragon Ball figures if you count every single SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figure they made. Because they did that, like when Super Saiyan 4 Goku released, they were at like 135 or 140, and so many more figures released by then. So it's way over 150 now. So yeah, it's like One Piece. I'll probably get pretty much every character. As of now, I'm going to, because I want to support the line. Naruto, I'm doing that too because I want to support the line. But like Dragon Ball, cherry picking. Jujutsu Kaisen, like I went and bought every figure at the moment. But yes, like Bleach, I'm cherry picking. I'm only getting like my favorites. But yeah, you got to do that now with how many different figure lines there are. It's insane. And not just Figuarts. Figuarts has so many different figure lines. There's also Amazing Yamaguchi. Figma's like dying out, so you don't really have to worry about them much. Plus, they never, like, if they make say you're a Vinland Saga fan, we're probably only getting that Thorfinn, and that's it. I don't think we're going to see anymore. They only do like one or two characters, and then that's it. But there's also Mafex. If you collect Mezco, in the domestic lines too, there's so many different figure lines. So unless you're super duper rich or make some really good money and always have extra money, it's fine collecting as much as you want, but you got to cherry pick now these days. Denoto Balzi said, I wonder how they're going to update Madara's armor. They've done it before. Like, they just got to do cuts. Like with Renji, Madara doesn't need two cuts. He just needs one cut, and that's it. Like, pretend this is the armor. They would just have to make a cut and put in that articulation, and then he'll have the waist articulation, but there's no way they can do that armor like how they did it One Piece, like with the original one. Quandale, the Gear 5 Luffy vs. Kaido was goofy as heck. Might as well watch Tom and Jerry. I mean, that was the whole idea with Gear 5. That's how Luffy is. He's like Goofy. It made sense for his personality, to me, I liked it because it was Luffy's. It was like his personality, pretty much. That's how Oda wanted to do it. He wanted to make it like Looney Tunes, like Tom and Jerry Looney Tunes. He wanted to make it Looney Toony, which was very much like that. But that's not even. What's funny is his devil fruit isn't even the Gum Gum devil fruit. But I'm not going to say anymore. I like how they did Gear 5 because it was like Luffy's personality that he turned the devil fruit into, which was very cartoony, which is how Luffy is, so. But he did beat the crap out of Kaido after that. But how many times did Kaido beat him? Uchiha Madara SH Figuarts should do Kento Nanami. He's my favorite character, and Figma did him dirty. Yeah, Figma didn't really do him that good, especially the suit torso. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that. Like, there's no cut in the front, but then you have the joint in his back and cuts. Like, just put the goddamn cuts there. Like, what are you doing? And then you have the drop down leg joints that they never do. And when you drop them down, they're super loose. And then with his cleaver, you can't even get him to grip onto it. It's like, what the hell? And you can't even disconnect where the handle connects to that cleaver piece. And they made the thumb, the gripping hands, it's molded together to the fingers. So if you look at his cleaver, like the handle, it goes straight and then it curves a little bit, kind of like a J in a way. So you got to try to get that curve in there, and it's a little thicker at the end too. And you can't get it in his hand. It's like, what the hell? His main thing that he uses as a weapon, you could barely get him to grip it. So mine came apart where it connects to the cleaver, and then I slid it through his hand, and it was still a pain in the ass to get it through that way. And then I glued it back on, and I just left his right hand holding it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it like that and threw it back in the packaging. So if I want to have him use it again, I'll just pop the hand on. So it's like, why didn't they just make it so you unpeg it where it connects to the cleaver piece, slide it through his hand, like what they usually do, with like swords and shit, and then pop that cleaver piece back on. It's so dumb. So yeah, we definitely need an SH figure arts of them because yeah, we do. Virgo said they skipped that fairy arc with the kids going missing and being turned into demons. Yeah, that's the one. Supposedly that's like a really dark arc. I didn't read that. I started reading Berserk where actually the 2017 anime stopped because the story, even though the 2016 2017 anime was horribly animated and so bad, the story to me was still like really interesting and intriguing, and I wanted to read more. So that's where I picked up on Berserk, and I got up to what chapter did I get up to? Because I got up to like that whole weird ocean fight, and then Guts is riding Zod. So I got up to around there. So I didn't get too far into it, but I do need to continue it. I did start reading Jujutsu Kaisen, where season 2 ended. I'm at like chapter 163, I think. Han said we need Toji from JJK. Yeah, we do. If that's not the next figure they make, people are gonna lose their shit. Uchiha Madara. Funny thing is, last September I found a loose Minato with no accessories at Goodwill for like 50 cents. Yeah, might as well buy it. 50 cents. Quandel said we need a re-release of SH Figuarts Shin Godzilla. A lot of people really like the Shin Godzilla. I never saw the movie. I did love the last one, and I do love the Americanized versions of him and Kong and stuff. So, but I don't know. I know the SH Monster Arts Godzilla figures do get pricey after a while, so might be due of a reissue and a re-release of the OG Broly. You talking about the Dragon Ball Z Broly? I want them to make a. If you remember in the first movie, before he actually went Super Saiyan, his hair was teal. The part where he's floating above the water, I want them to make that version of Broly if they ever go back to a Z version of Broly, because they can make that. They can give him the teal hair and then give him Super Saiyan hair with it as well. And then they could also make him where he's not as muscular, where when we first see him, and he looks like all innocent with his black hair and his hair's all down. They could do that version of him as well. Donato said, my brother got me Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta for Christmas. I reviewed them both on my channel, and they are really good figures. They are really good figures, and it's just a matter of time before we get that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to go with them. Like, I'm glad they jumped into GT finally. Because the Super Saiyan 4 design is so cool. Everybody loves the design, even though GT isn't like that well. Like fans don't really love it that much, but they still respect certain things in it and like certain things, like the Super Saiyan 4 design. Fun fact: the guy who designed Super Saiyan 4 also designed the Z version of Bardock. Okay, Quandale said, I bought SH Figuarts Kakashi and Sasuke like 2 weeks ago because I have Naruto and my Team 7 is complete. No need for Sakura. Either way, it was already complete. Oh, you already had Sakura? Like, if you want to get her, she's only like $31 on Amazon. Definitely ordering Sukuna than Megami. Yeah. Sukuna is such a cool figure. Like, they did a really nice job with him. And if you want, someone makes like the robe on eBay. I think GPS lot. So you can get that if you want to get him like when he's in that white robe thing. But he is a really cool figure. And if you get Megami, he has another face for Sukuna. And if you have Itadori, you could swap the Sukuna faces on this one too, which is pretty cool. That's the only one I'm missing in the SH Figuarts line. I just don't have Itadori. They should reissue him though, because they're doing a reissue of Ichigo from Bleach. It's like, what? He doesn't even need a reissue because he's still cheap. So they definitely got to reissue Itadori big time. Quentin Brooks said, I want an elf from Skypiea from the Skypiea Island arc. His Devil Fruit is OP. He's the only character in One Piece to sink a whole island. Yeah, he just pretty much his Devil Fruit was controlling lightning, pretty much. Like that's like Zeus power. But he would be a really cool figure to think about it though. He was a pretty odd, unique design, but he would make a good SH Figuarts figure. Because he would have like the super baggy pants, kind of like how Toto has, or like Gato. So they definitely got the pants down. Burgos also said Ace also can't be too far away. Yeah, Ace I feel like we'll probably get this year. Shikamaru said for Naruto, well, my most wanted character is Shikamaru. Yeah, I want a Shikamaru as well, as he's my favorite character. And if they do him, I'm pre-ordering him instantly. Yeah, same here. They really need to do Shikamaru. He's just a huge fan favorite and a figure people want in the goddamn line. So if they don't make a Shikamaru this year, then that's going to suck. But they really should. He is a huge fan favorite, very popular character. He's just such a dope character, you know? Kundale said Z. All right, so Z version, yeah, should have been canon. Yeah, but Toriyama redid him and Bardock in the same damn movie. I prefer the old. Like I like the new version of Broly. That I'm fine with. I don't like how he didn't give Bardock his green. That pissed me off. But I mean, I'm fine with either version of Bardock, but I prefer the one with the green armor from Z more. But if you want to get technical, that teal hair version of Broly is my favorite from Z. Chiyomaru, so far, I got all of the new Naruto figures and both Sasuke, Sakura, Bootleg Jiraiya, and Obito arriving soon, and Minato and Link Naruto in pre-order. Yeah, I got the Link Naruto in pre-order, and I pre-ordered Minato on Ami when he went up for pre-order. Ghost Top said Super Saiyan 4 was the best thing from Dragon Ball GT. Yeah, it pretty much was. For me, I know a lot of people love the baby arc. I didn't like that arc at all. One thing I don't like is when like characters steal people's bodies. I don't like that shit. I liked it with Goku Black because it worked well, but they got to make it work well in the story. Most of the time, I don't like that type of stuff. But yeah, so I was not a fan of the baby arc. All the beginning of GT. I really didn't like GT until the Super Android 17, was it? That arc. And then when we got after that, I think was the Dark Dragon Ball arc. That I liked too. Like I pretty much liked that. And then the TV special movie I really enjoyed too. Probably wrap this up after these last couple comments. Uchiha I also got the best selection Naruto and old Minato and Sasuke Itachi battle version. So you have some of the newer mixed with the older. Nice. Yeah, that best selection Naruto you could still find at like Targets and stuff. Quandel said, no, I mean that she is useless. Oh, I mean that there's no need for her. Kind of like how she was useless throughout the entirety of Naruto. Like Shippuden, she was a lot better. They gave her like a power upgrade, had Tsunade trainer and stuff. So she was better then because I loved her fighting Sasori with Granny Chio. No, Granny was it Granny Chio? Yeah, she was kind of like controlling her as a puppet. Like that was really cool. Yeah, Donato Ball Z. I pre-ordered the 99 Minato as well. The one thing I hate about that, like I know a lot of people complained about like it being too light of a gray, but it's based off like the manga colors off a poster. That I don't care about. I hate that they put the 99 symbol in the goddamn Rasengan. Why do that and ruin the effect? That's so stupid. And I think they did it on the axe with Sakura. I don't mind them putting it on that Naruto flag. I'm not going to explain with that flag. I mean, I probably won't even get that Naruto. The only good thing with that Naruto is I think it's like these are manga versions of the characters, but I think it has more faces. But why put that on a freaking energy effect? It's like putting it on a Kamehameha effect, a random 99 on it. Like, why do that? But man, but when I get my Minato, am I trying to shave? I don't know if you should try to shave it off because it might ruin the effect. Might as well just leave it. It might mess the effect up because then you might have to like I don't know if it has like white shading on it or something, but I would just leave it. Or like Naruto's gonna have so many different Rasengan or Senshuriken effects. I'm pretty sure we can use one of them or something with that Minato. But I'm gonna wrap up this live, guys. I might go live again tomorrow night. If not, I plan to do it Saturday night or maybe during the day Saturday or something. So, like I said, I'm gonna continue doing lives more often, and I'll try to think of some topics we could talk about for the next live. And thanks everybody for joining me again. We had a bit more people, more comments this time around. You guys like keep it going with the comments, which is like the main thing I do when I go live. Read the comments and answer questions. I'm fine with the different Narutos because you can use them as shadow clones. Yeah, even if it's like a best selection Naruto or something like that. But yeah, it was fun. Thanks again for joining me, guys. And look forward. I'm looking forward to the next live. Like I said, it'll either be tomorrow night. If it's not tomorrow, we're definitely going to do it Saturday, 100%. And yeah, I'll try to think of what to talk about next time. Also, have any of you watched Blade of the Immortal, the anime? Before I end the stream, anybody seen Blade of the Immortal? Because I'm starting to watch it, and it looked real interesting. Plus, I like swordsman, samurai type stuff. But I started watching it. Yes, I watched Blade of the Immortal. How is it, Ghost Tav? Is it good? Like the live action movie looks really good too. But it does. I started watching episode 1, so I'm still on episode 1. But yeah, I'm gonna try to watch that. I might try to watch Attack on Titan because Star Blast keeps telling me to watch it. Don't expect a lot towards. What is it? Oh, so most of the good stuff happens at the end. I mean, it's what like 24 episodes or something like that. But okay, so I won't expect like big stuff until the end. It's kind of like that movie 13 Assassins. What's funny is that director directed the live action movie. But all right, guys, I will see you guys either tomorrow or Saturday. And I should have a new podcast up, me and Star Blast going over the most requested SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures. That should be up probably, if not tonight, tomorrow it'll be up. And then there'll be shorts as well. But thanks for joining me, guys. I will see you tomorrow or Saturday. Streaming and